Hi, it's Christina with Tinagirl Travels, and there's so many cars going by, it's so hard to film this. This has got to be the noisiest intersection in all of America right now, while I'm trying to film my intro to my YouTube video. Hey, it's Christina with Tinagirl Travels. It's virtually impossible to film my intro here for Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We are in Bird in hand and going into Intercourse, Pennsylvania, just to check things out here in this beautiful Amish community. So Bird in Hand was established in 1734 and Intercourse was founded in 1754. So there's lots of history here. If you read any of the Amish love stories, often they're set here in this area. The movie Witness with Harrison Ford was also filmed in Intercourse. Let's have a look on Google Maps of the area that we're actually talking about. This is Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This is where we actually stayed, in this beautiful, historic cork factory hotel. It was beautiful. It was really close to all those little Amish communities that we wanted to go and see. I'll add a link at the end of this video for a video that I have about our stay at the Cork Factory Hotel. So back to the map, there's Lancaster, and you take the 340, which is the old Philadelphia Pike. Intercourse is about 10 miles from Lancaster. It's pretty straightforward how to get there. And all the way along this road, you'll see little shops and churches and the little Bird in Hand cafe that we stopped at. And there's little hotels and all kinds of cool things to look at all the way along. Peaceful Valley Furniture, that's where I was trying to film my intro for this. And here's Intercourse, Pennsylvania. So you can see it's at the crossroads of lots of incoming roads, and that's actually where they think the name came from. So this is what it looks like as you're driving in. As you can see, it's just, there's so many beautiful little shops and beautiful restaurants and things. We stopped at a really nice little quilting, a gift shop where you could actually buy fabric and you could buy quilts. There were lots of furniture stores along the way that you could check out. So it was a really, really cool experience. We liked it so much, we actually came back through this area and stayed one extra night on our way back from Washington, D.C. At the end of my video, though, I'm going to tell you about two things I really did not like about this area. And I did actually contact their city council to tell them those things. The other thing I want to show you at the end of the video is what I bought, and I want to talk about those things. Smucker Village was one of our favorite places. We actually came here a few times. We came the first night that we arrived, and I'll show you some pictures of that as we were here in the evening. It was a beautiful place with great ambiance. There's a furniture store. There's a little place you can take a selfie, and then there's the corner coffee shop, which had great baking and great coffee. Here it is at nighttime. As you can see, it's so beautiful, and I did capture this picture of these Amish girls. I know you're not supposed to take pictures of them. It was just such a beautiful picture. They have a little library that you can take a book or leave a book. Really pretty. Now, the other thing I really loved was all the roadside stands, and that's actually where I ended up buying most of my souvenirs from. And I'm going to show you those at the end of this video. While we visited Bird in Hand, we went to the farmer's market and crossed over to the bakery, where we enjoyed some of their freshly made baked goods, which I'm going to show you. The whoopie pies, you need to try a whoopie pie. If you've never tried one before, they are delicious. They also had several things that were frozen that you could take home, and the shoe fly pie was amazing. It's also a gift shop, and you can take all kinds of different breads and loaves home. On the other side of the bakery is a cafe area where you can get a donut or a cookie. They'll also make you a sandwich or a latte. And if we turn around here, you can see that they also sell ice cream, which is really wonderful on those very, very hot days. Back at the Peaceful Valley Furniture Store, where I tried to film my intro originally, it seems to have quieted down a little bit. Let's check out the store. So inside there's all kinds of beautiful furniture and lots of lovely decor. And one thing I found next door was the Lealoch Presbyterian Church Cemetery from 1724. This place was ancient, and I kind of have a little thing about cemeteries. I actually really enjoy kind of looking at the history that's found in those places, and this one was particularly peaceful and beautiful. I want to mention the Amish horse and buggy tours as well that are available. We took one, and you'll be able to watch that video. Remember to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on seeing that. The other place we checked out that we really enjoyed was Kitchen Kettle Village. It's an area that's full of all different shops and different crafters, and it was really fun to see everything that they had for sale there. And you can check out my YouTube video on this as well that will be coming up soon. So I promised you I'd show you what I bought on our trip, and I also promised that I would tell you about the two things I didn't really like. So I don't really like talking about the things I don't like about places, but I hope to see these things change, and I could see these things becoming worse. So I feel like it's like my responsibility to kind of share those things. But let's start out with the things that I bought. So at the corner coffee shop, which we really, really loved, I bought this coffee mug, and you know that I always like buying Starbucks mugs and stuff. And this time I bought this corner coffee shop mug with the little Intercourse Pennsylvania logo on there, which is kind of fun. And the other thing I bought from that, not from the coffee shop, but from the gift shop that was right attached to the coffee shop, is this pillow that sits on my bed. Life is Better in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. It's kind of one of those things that's like cringeworthy for my kids. They come into my room and they're like, ew, but it also keeps them out of my bedroom. So that's a good thing. Okay, I want to show you the other things that I bought. I bought this beautiful star, and it's a handmade star made by an Amish boy that I met, and it's made with grapevines, and it's tied together with rusty wire and hay bale twine, and it sits on my shelf in my house, and I had it on my Christmas tree this year, and it was just something I really, really loved. And the other thing I bought from the same young man was this beautiful little box, I guess you could call it. It's made with reclaimed wood, and it's made with horseshoe handles, and I keep it on my table with some candles in it, and I just think it's really, really cute. And that brings me to the first thing I didn't really like about that area. One thing was, as we went into a lot of the stores, I noticed that a lot of stores were selling how do I say this nicely, Chinese junk. And it looked as if the stores were kind of being taken over more and more by the Chinese trinkets. And that being said, I think Amish people are incredibly talented. They're very gifted at making high quality furniture. They're very gifted at making beautiful quilts. They're gifted at whatever they put their hands to, because it's what they do. And I think it's really, really sad when the stores are starting to carry things in their Amish stores that are replicas or Chinese things. So I really encourage you, if you're from that area, please don't do that. Please let the Amish artisans sell their wares, because it's what I want to buy. It's not, I can buy that Chinese stuff at my dollar store down the road. The other thing I wanted to say was the traffic. Keith and I were both amazed at how many trucks would come barreling down that single road between Bird in Hand and Intercourse. And it was terrible. You'd be driving along the road and you would have this huge semi truck barreling down on you. You look in your rearview mirror and there's this grill of a big truck. And the traffic was constant. And so these horse and buggies are sharing the road with these big, huge transport trucks that are barreling through there. And I did actually write a letter to Intercourse City Council about that very fact and about the Chinese stuff too, hoping that maybe they would consider rerouting their traffic to the highway that literally runs parallel to the south of where they are. So don't let that stop you from going there, though. It's a wonderful vacation. Lots of hotels, beautiful covered bridges everywhere. I mapped out a routing to see several of the beautiful covered bridges, and we spent some time looking at those. And yeah, so I've got a few videos coming up, so please remember to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on checking those out. I also have a video on Hershey, Pennsylvania that I will link just right here in a second. So anyways, thanks for watching Tinagirl Travels. I will see you next time.